What's going on, guys? Joe at Outdoorsmans here, and today we're going to just go over some real quick maintenance uh, tips for your Outdoorsman's heads. Right now I've got the pan head, the micro pan head, and the pistol grip. And the biggest thing with our heads is our tolerances are really tight. So caked on road dust is going to, if unmaintained, can cause some issues down the road. Undue friction in places where you don't want friction, basically. So the only head I don't have here is our fluid head, but you can kind of follow along. If you have the fluid head, you could follow along with the pan head because it's a really similar system. The pan head and the fluid head are both fully enclosed heads. There's not a lot of open space on these. What there is, though, are some seams. You've got a seam up against this barrel here where the tilt functions up and down, and then you also have a seam down here for your pan, right? Now, it's completely normal for there to be some grease residue as you rotate this up and down and left and right. That's just because these wheels are filled with grease. And as you turn the inside to the outside, you get some of that grease on there. Now, what happens is you throw this thing in the bed of your truck, you mob down a dirt road for 40 minutes to get to your glassing knob, and this thing is caked in dust. You don't do anything about it. You start functioning this head, messing around with it, tilting, panning, and all that dust that's stuck to the grease just starts working into the head. And what happens over time is as that dust gets into these grease pockets, it absorbs, eats away all the grease, and then you have friction happening between aluminum on aluminum. And you have to send it into us to get it clean and re-grease, which is no problem. Super easy to do, takes about a week, but it will incur a small service charge just for, parts, labor, that kind of thing. We're not making money off of service charges at all. But it does, take your pan head out of commission for 1 to 2 weeks. The best thing to do, and like from road to glassing knob to back home is not that big of a deal, but if you keep it there for months and use it for months, that's when you're going to start to have the problems. Just take a rag, isopropyl alcohol, distilled water, lens cleaner, something that evaporates quickly, wipe the dust down. Super easy. Get into those seams. Sometimes if mine are really bad, I'll grab a Q-tip and just really work into the spots that are hard to reach. But in general, just a brief wipe down of these areas will do wonders for the life of your product. Also, what I've noticed, and specifically with like the capture clip I have for my camera, sometimes the plate on your spotter, on your camera, or the teeth on your tripod head or your capture clip will get a little bit caked with dust, and getting in these nooks and crannies really good will really help with that head sliding in and out, or that plate rather. Pan head, fluid head will function the same way. Canned air is also another good option. Any of that freestanding dust, just blow that off of there and you'll be good to go. Micro pan head, a little bit different, but again, same general idea. Is the micro pan head is just a friction-based system. So use Q-tips, canned air, rag with isopropyl alcohol, and just wipe down any of that dust that gets in here. And I'm not talking like, oh, I hiked from my truck to my glassing knob. That kind of dust you could just wipe down anytime, even with your bare hands. But like that road dust that cakes in there really good, that's the stuff that you really want to watch out for. So I haven't seen too many repairs come through for the micros. Maybe a handle here or there because the tripod tipped over, but nothing so far as like super bad dust. But again, just good practice. Now, the pistol grip is a little bit more complicated because you have that open ball and socket design. I have seen this quite often, if not regularly maintained, you will notice some squeaks, some stickiness. It's just with this open ball and socket, dust is going to get in there, and it's going to work its way into the head, and you'll start getting that turkey call sound in pistol grip, which if any of you guys are familiar with our pistol grip, you have heard before. So I like to keep the pistol grip on a tripod. Again, rag with some isopropyl alcohol and rub down that open ball and socket. Why it's on a tripod is so I can rotate the head and keep that rag on that area and just clean it out real good. A little bit of canned air will go a long way, but just wiping this down is super helpful. One thing to note with this pistol grip, do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not add any sort of lubricant, WD-40, silicone, chapstick I've seen to this ball. It will just attract more dust and make it more squeaky and make you have to send it in for repair. So please don't do that. It functions great as it is. It's machined really, really well. So just wipe the dust off of it and you will be fine. We do have a service department at our machine shop. So if you do have some issues with your tripods that are a little bit more complicated than, or your heads for that matter too, that are a little bit more complicated than what a rag and some canned air can do, give us a call and we can walk you through the repair process and everything that we've got going on with that. Otherwise, like I said, wipe it down, keep it nice. You spend a lot of money on our products. You know, it's always nice to just give them a good clean. Every now and again, show them some love. So if you have any questions or you just want to talk to Bryce, give us a call at 1-800-291-8065 or find us online at outdoorsmans.com. Thanks.